is a fine evening it is to see ya. It's been a while. It's been nearly a year since I was here. Oh my goodness, and the fam's all here and everybody seems to be having a grand time. Oh my goodness. Eh, and my cousin here has all this stuff all fiddled up and these ear things and oh my goodness. What's a lady to do? So it is fine to see you all here. Hang on, I just lost all your comments. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Don't be hiding on me there. Ah, there they are. There they are. Oh my goodness. Well, it is such a fine time to see you here. It's been almost nearly a year, and I figure it's St. Patty's Day somewhere in the world. So I popped in a day early because I heard the Gretchen is doing this on just Sunday and Thursday. And since tomorrow is St. Patty's Day, and you know how she is on St. Patty's Day, she's a wee bit of a cranky bitch. Did I? No, I wouldn't say that about my cousin, but she can be that way. She's always been a wee bit cranky on St. Patty's Day. I don't know why. I always had to take over a classroom for her because she just didn't have enough fun with the kids. And so, yes, I brought the glitter and I brought the gold and I brought the green and, you know, the 3Gs, the glitter, the gold, and the green. And then you're just fine. Everything's just fine. The world is a better place when you have the 3Gs, I must say. So, cheers to everybody. She had this stuff. She tried to convince me that this stuff she had called amarula, it's from South Africa, that was supposed to be as good as Irish cream. And I said, girl, you better be having the Irish cream there for me when I arrive, or I'll be making a bigger mess out of your closet than I normally do. So she got some Irish cream for me, which is a fine thing, because she does. I'd stuff her socks full of all kinds of things, and I'd hide her heels and her hiking boots and everything. Plus, I'd take a few things home. Anyway, let's see who's here. Oh, well, there's the lovely Linda is here, and the talented Tamara, yes. I've been watching some of the things you ladies have been doing. And there's the joyous Julia. Joyous Julia. And there she is, yes, a whole bunch of people. Now, Gretchen is a crazy lady. I'm not so much. I'll tell you the whole bit. Julia, yes, there's Fatima. Fatima, now that is a fine name. That's truly a fine name, that is. Yes, I don't know, no, green. I've done my days in Green Beer. And, you know, I see enough green beer in Ireland that I didn't need to see any over here. So, let's see. Tamara is here, and Fatima and everybody. Yes. Oh, there's the lad himself. Oh, it's Mr. Larry. How you doing, sir? It's so good to have you here. My goodness, and a fine lad he is. He keeps things rolling and everything. Let's see who else is here. It's the fine Miss Gale. Oh, that makes for the 4Gs. We have the gold. We have the glitter. We have what else did I say? I said something else. The gold, the green, and now we have the Gale. The gold, the glitter, the green, and the Gale. Oh, lovely girl. How are you? It's so nice to have you here. Yes, Mrs. Shepherdon does come once a year. Yeah, once a year. And you came to join me. I'm so honored. Oh, my goodness. So here we have... Anyway, so just to remind you, I'm a distant cousin of Gretchen because her grandmother, grandmother Susan, her grandmother Carrie, it was her great-grandmother. Her great-grandmother Sarah was my great-grandmother's twin. There was Sarah and there was Sadie. And the two of them, they were very fine and happy together in Ireland. And then Sarah, at the age of 18, decided she wanted to come to the United States. And she came here on her own and ended up in Wyoming, of all places. But there she started a homestead. She was far used to farming in Ireland, so it was not any different. So she started her own homestead, and then she met the fine Mr. John Kern, and a little bit of Scotsman, though. I don't know how that came about, but, you know, we allowed it there, and then they moved on up into Washington State and kept the family going all there. But in the meantime, my great grandmother, her twin sister, stayed in Ireland and was lucky enough to marry a leprechaun. And well, the things just keep going and the magic and the Irish, and it's just a delight. So once a year, I pop over to see what Gretchen needs on St. Patty's Day and to have a little bit of fun and to pull a little tomfoolery on her and, just to bother her just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. She keeps talking about coming over to Ireland and getting me back, but she hasn't done it yet. But I'm thinking she's getting close to setting up a trip maybe next year to go to Ireland and Scotland and see what she can see. And we'll just see where we take her on those trips. Yes, yes. She takes me all around these amazing places here, and it's just a fine place. Well, anyone. Yes, there we go. Green light, green. I had to go and find enough green around here, and the headphones, that's the hard thing there. But, I don't have to bring too much because I just raid her closet and raid her earrings and who knows what else. Let's see. Yes. I saw some of those that you've been doing, Larry. Your watercolors. Oh, my, sir. You have really taken a quite a fancy to that. And it's done so well. It's just so impressive. There we go. And yes. All right. So tonight, I have 2 little stories to read. And one is that I found a little leprechaun story. That's a short little one on the other. But part of the thing with St. Patty's Day is it all so much about, and what the Irish are all about really is all about togetherness and family and being kind and you as a group, this is, I'm just so grateful to you for what you do for Gretchen. She just goes on and on and on about you, about how wonderful and kind and what a community of bucket fillers. And I love that term, bucket fillers. It rolls off the tongue. Bucket fillers. Yes, I know Miss Linda likes that. Bucket fillers. Although sometimes I fill my bucket with a little bit of other stuff, though. I'll keep filling my bucket with this tonight, yes. But as it goes, the first story, and I didn't do any research about the artists and the illustrators because tonight I just wanted to read, and she just told me I could choose what I wanted, and well, that's what I did. It's just called me Lucky Charms. She should be out in a minute. Is that what you call Miss Angie girl? You're Lucky Charms. That's a sweet thing to say, sir. Isn't he? He's racking up the little leprechaun gold points. Yes, he is. Yes, he's getting his bucket filled, sure. Yeah, you betcha. Oh, dear. Oh, we'll turn around from that. This is an appropriate show, but go be filling buckets later on, I bet. So, but tonight, we'll start with a story about a little animal that is really well known and quite common in my land. Yes, in the great British Isles and in Ireland, we have these little creatures all over the place. And they're quite darling. But this story is called Ozzy and the Prickly Huggles. Yes, I think you're going to enjoy this one. Let's see if I can figure out where she has everything for me to look at. Ozzy and the Prickly Huggles. Right there. I got it. Oops. And I turned this a little bit crooked. And there. Oopsie now. Let's get this camera to hold. That's pretty good. She had me put this one little phone thing on a gimbal, and I think the gimbal's had a little bit of, maybe the gimbal's been dipping into my sauce there. But this is called Ozzy and the Prickly Huggles. Let's see what everybody else did. Did Angie make it? Yes, dear Angie made it. Who else? Just checking in with everybody else. Gail. Gail, it's just, I'm just tickled that you made it here tonight, Gail. I just absolutely tickled. So, let's get started with the story of Ozzy and the Prickly Huggles by Vicky DeLeem and Menvi Samalti. There are many differences between human beings and other mammals, the most notable of which is our ability to reason, empathize, and show compassion. With Ozzy's story, we learned that everyone is loved, no matter who or how prickly they are. All it takes is for someone to see ya. Ozzy was different from the first moment of his spiky life. Sure, in the first few days, he and his brothers and sisters didn't do much except sleep, snuggle, eat, and cuddle. But as they grew older, became stronger, and more adventurous, the hoglets began exploring the forest around them. What? Hold on there. There we go. When they ate their first juicy caterpillar, Ozzy wanted to snuggle. When they tasted their first berry, Ozzy wanted to cuddle. When they munched on their first crunchy beetle, Ozzy wanted to nuzzle. Oh. There was nothing Ozzy loved more than huggling. The day turned into night, and the night turned into day, and it was time for the hoglets to leave their nest. Before venturing out, Ozzy cuddled with his mom for the last time, but he wasn't sad. He was hopeful and excited. In his world, Huggles and cuddles were abundant. Yes. But he didn't know yet how rare Huggles and cuddles were out there. On the first day of the rest of his life, Ozzy walked and walked, and he walked some more, deep into the dark forest. Then Ozzy started to think the world was much lonelier than he had ever imagined. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and the rain poured down on him. Desperately, he looked for a place to hide. Ozzy spotted a little burrow in a mound next to a tall tree. He rushed in, but a frightened rabbit immediately sent him away. "We can't be in here together. You're prickly and could hurt me." Ozzy turned sadly. Whoopsie. That's not. Ozzy turned sadly to leave the burrow and found another hiding place on the other side of the tree. Cold and alone, Ozzy curled up into a little ball. "I wish I was softer," he sniffed before falling asleep. The generous sun dried the rain off the yellow autumn leaves, and as Ozzy woke up, the forest was vivid and rustling with life again. The berries were juicy, the earwigs were mushy, and the millipedes, well, they tickled his tongue. But all Ozzy really wanted was a huggle. Crack, 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 Ozzy heard from high above, and a giant nut fell next to his feet, bouncing in the dry leaves and waking up a nearby earthworm. Ozzy didn't eat nuts, but he was curious to see who did. Perhaps he could make a new friend up there. "You look sad," said a squeaky little voice, and a bouncy fluffy squirrel hopped to the ground next to him and grabbed his treasured nut. Ozzy's eyes shone with hope. Maybe he could be friends with the squirrel. "I was alone and feeling lonely here," Ozzy said, "but I'm happier now that I've found you. All I want is a huggle," he said hopefully. The squirrel looked at Ozzy suspiciously. "A hug with a hedgehog? Now, how can I hug you?" he squealed. "You're prickly and can hurt me." And with his nut safely tucked away, he bounced back up the tree, disappearing in the leaves. Ozzy was heartbroken. Mom loved and cuddled him exactly how he was, prickly, spiky, and thorny. If she could, surely others can too, but where could he find them? The smell of fresh water lured Ozzy deeper into the forest and to a beautiful pond, where his reflection looked back at him with sad eyes. A second pair of eyes looked up at him. "Why so sad?" asked the guppy. Ozzy sighed. "I am many things," he said. "I am sad because I could use a huggle, but I'm too prickly to be given one. Can you maybe huggle me?" Ozzy asked, but he already knew the answer. The guppy swam away, leaving nothing but bubbles and ripples behind him. With his snout leading the way and his feet slowly following, Ozzy snuffled through the leaves. Flying forest insects hovered above, creeping, crawling bugs scuttled below, caterpillars smiled at him, but all Ozzy wanted was a huggle. Consumed by his thoughts, Ozzy almost missed something highly unusual. A boy spread a blanket on the rustling leaves. He took a book, a sandwich, and an apple from his backpack and stretched out on his tummy. Ozzy observed him quietly from behind a small bush. "Don't ever go near human beings," he remembered his mom warning him. But Ozzy didn't want to exclude anyone because of who or what they were. Ozzy was different from the first moment of his spiky life. In his prickly world, huggles and cuddles were abundant. Everyone could be huggled, no matter how different they seemed. "Come here, little buddy," said the boy, when he spotted Ozzy's snout twitching from within the scrub. His hands stretched toward him, palm open and welcoming. The boy smiled softly as he patiently waited to see if Ozzy could trust him. Hesitantly at first, but with increasing confidence, Ozzy's little feet scampered toward him, and as he got closer, the boy lowered his palm, and Ozzy climbed on. And as he did, Ozzy felt the warmth of the boy's hand against his soft belly, and realized that he was both soft and prickly, and he could be loved and huggled exactly the way he was, and exactly the way he wasn't. Oh, that got small. Sorry about that. I didn't notice that. There we go. Oh, I hope you got to see a little bit of that. I'll go back some pages, because those are pretty nice. I didn't realize it had shrunk down like that. All these little things. She thought she had it locked for me, but apparently not. See, look at how cute and cuddly he is. Did you see him in the little cuddled hands there? I know that Gretchen has read the book. It's by Jan Brett, and she's done a book about she has Hedgie, the hedgehog, is in almost all of her books, and she got that idea from once when she was in the British Isles. She went to a hedgehog rescue center. Yes, they have them because they get in the roads and they get hit, and unfortunately, and so they have rescue centers, and that's where Jan Brett found them, and then she got the inspiration for Hedgie, and she goes back there frequently. But look at the beautiful pictures. I love the illustrations. Oh, it's so nice. The color combination is beautiful. I like the green and orange. Of course, you know, the Irish flag. Oh, what a squirrel. Look at the squirrel. How nice is he? So we're just going back here. Hoping you didn't miss too many pictures. Look at the little robin there, up in the corner, and the mushrooms. There's a bit of a stylized robin there. I like it. And the fruits on the trees. Yes, we have the fall. Oh, that rabbit wasn't a very friendly rabbit, that's for sure. Thinking that the hedgehogs are all prickly when they're not. They're actually quite soft. So that's what taking us back to Ozzy and the prickly Huggles. Let me go back. Get this here and take us there to go. Yes. All right. Now let's see. Got it back there. And there we go. She's getting ready for the next. Let's see what everybody has to say. Gail's there checking in. Gail says she's happy to be here too. I've missed you all so much, but I knew you were sending living energy my way and it's really helped. Yes, Gail, this group of people is extraordinary. Living and loving, the same thing. Both pretty exhausted by the end of the day, but it's all worth it. Yes, it is. The time you spend will always be. Oh, you haven't seen your echidna for months? Oh my goodness, Tamara. Echidnas are very much like a little, they're basically a little Australian hedgehog, but they have a little longer nose. But I think are they related, Tamara? I think they're related. It would make sense. But, yes, they live in your yard. Oh, wouldn't that be fun to have an echidna? Well, the hedgehogs are all around Ireland, so that spray painted piece you showed the other day was beautiful. Look into that, Gail, Miss Linda, lovely Linda. Linda, Gail says, that spray painted piece you showed the other day was so beautiful. You just amaze me with all the different types of art you do. Yes, she does. Yay. Okay, let's see. Lovely illustrations. Oh, I went home at last. Thank you. Oops. Big hugs, Linda, sending you love and healing energy. Yay. Home at last, they say. All right. I have one more little story tonight. It's called The Secret Life of Leprechauns. I have this one. I might have another little short one if this one's short enough. I have another little short one. It's just a little fun one from somebody that we've already read some things by. But let's see. All of these pieces that she has. She's getting. I think Gretchen is getting a new thing, so she has another monitor to move everything else. And she's also gotten in touch with a young high school boy who's going to be editing some of her things out for her, which of the past stories that she's read to you, to take just the story part out and republish it and maybe put it on YouTube Kids or to have it different places. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. Their only relative is the platypus? Is that true? The only relative is the platypus. Well, that's so. Our hedgehog is and echidnas, marsupials too. I wonder that because the platypus is so. They must. I bet you they are. Well, that's just. See, yeah, always things you don't think of. So the next story for today, though, is The Secret Life of Leprechauns. This ought to be a little bit fun. It's just a little cheeky. You know, leprechauns can be that way. My great-grandfather was a leprechaun, and he was, yes, and just what he's left behind. And, you know, you get a little bit of that left behind. That was hilarious, Linda. You are such a good sport for that. Okay, let's try The Secret Life of Leprechauns one more time. There we go. This book belongs to the library. Ah, look at that. Oh, look at those golden gems. Oh, golden green. Deep in the green forest live some leprechauns. 236 to be precise. They are very unusual creatures. Oh, most are sneaky and very cheeky. If you hear a tap, 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 do not fear. It's only leprechauns making shoes. What did my screen seems to be lagging behind on me here? They love their green hats, green cupcakes, and their special green brew. Ah, leprechauns make shoes too. Some can even play the harp. They have tiny little dogs as pets. Tiny little dogs. Rumor has it that every leprechaun has a hidden pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Some say that four-leaf clovers are their weakness, but it is not yet to be confirmed. Either way, they are lucky little fellas. If you're lucky enough to catch one on this fine St. Patrick's Day, you will get 3 wishes. And best of all, you will be able to go to the annual super secret Leprechaun St. Patrick's Day Spectacular. Oh, but it's a fine thing. Some leprechauns are moody, but most love to boogie. So the invitation to the annual super secret Leprechaun St. Patrick's Day Spectacular, a sprinkle of leprechaun dust and a whole lot of fun. It's St. Patrick's Day. We hope you can come. Good food, good music, bad dancing. Happy St. Patrick's Day. That was just a little bit of fun on this silly little book. I had to find that one. I thought it was delightful. There's the last one. Go back to your library. Keep trying to get these books up to come up, and they keep coming. Rewind. There we go. And there it is. This one. Yes. And I have one there, and I saw that Miss Angie made it in. Hey, there she is, yes. Yes, it's good to see you again, Miss Angie girls. How are you doing? Cheers to you all. We got time for one little more, and it's a short one. It's, you know, the book that Gretchen's read before about the day the crayons quit and all that series within. The crayons have a new book out, another one. It's called Love from the Crayons. And since this is all about kindness and love and all that wonderful things, we're going to go with this one tonight for one more book. And there we go. From the creators of the #1 best-selling The Day the Crayons Quit, Love from the Crayons by Drew DeWalt and Oliver Jeffers. Love from the Crayons. Now, love is red because love comes in all shapes and sizes. Love is purple because love has its own imagination. Love is brown because love is sweet as chocolate. Love is grey or big and strong because love can be small and soft or big and strong. I missed a page. Love is white because sometimes love is hard to see. Love is green because love is helpful. Love is yellow and orange because love is sunny and warm. Love is blue because sometimes love is stormy. Love is pink because love can be silly. Love is peach because sometimes love can hide. Love is black because love isn't always bright and colorful. Love is every color. I love that one. I thought that was just a fine, fun book. A fine, fun book. And I am just cruising along here. I wonder, do you have time for one more? Can I read one more? I have just this little one more snippet book. It's just a cute little one. It's those snippets again. You and your artist people, you just get me so excited. And since we were doing kindness and the cuddles, this seemed to fit too. There we go. Let's see if I can get. I was reading it earlier and I laughing, and I didn't take the book back to the beginning, so now I have to take the book back to the beginning. There we go. All right. I swear this will be the last one I'll read to you. Oops. We need to get a picture here. We need to get we lost a little bit of something here. An overlay, a camera overlay. Oops. Two overlays. Is it there? Oh, it's got small. Yes, that's what it'll do. Camera overlay. Camera D. Hang on, just let me get another one. There we go. I'll put this one up here like this. And I'll turn it a little bit squirkly. They have something called a squircle. It's a nice little square kind of edges things. Kindness snippet jar. I think she read a book about some snippets the other day, but this is the kindness snippet jar. And since bucket fillers are living in this group, this is a good one for you. My name is Snippet, and I really want to live in that jar. I know what you're thinking. Why on earth would you want to live in a jar? Well, it's a very special jar that brings kindness to the world. But in order to live in the jar, you have to become a kindness note. Just look at all those amazing kindness notes. I have to find my words, and quick. It's a good thing I have a handy-dandy book of words. Words are very powerful. Some words can make you happy, and some can make you sad, and some can bring kindness. It's important to find the right words. What if I picked the word pineapple? No. People might confuse me with the grocery list. Or how about the word Fred? No, people might think I'm a lost name tag. How will I ever find the right words? Maybe a quick run will help me think of some words. Hi, squirrel. Can I ask you something? Sure. Look at squirrel has. Hi, square. That's not squirrel. Hi, square. Can I ask you something? Sure. Made someone smile. That's his words. How did you find your words? Oh, I didn't find these words. I did something kind, and they just appeared. Oh, I'm not sure if I know how to be kind. Oh, all you have to do is treat people the way you want to be treated. Oh, well, I really like it when someone does something nice for me. Maybe I could do something nice for someone else. Oh, I believe in you. Hi, everyone. I'm trying to become a kindness note, and I have a great idea, but I need some help.
Oh, sure, I'll help. I'll help me too.
We are making art. Jump on. This mosaic is for you. The one reading this book. I really hope you like it. Sometimes all it takes is doing something kind for someone right in front of you. Look, that helped out. Oh, well, it finally happened. I got my kindness note. Thank you, everyone, for helping me. You made art for a friend. Snippet was so happy he finally made it into the kindness jar. There are other snippets just like him, looking to make it into the jar, and you can help. After you do a kind act, just write it down and add it to a kindness snippet jar. Encourage other kids to do the same and help spread kindness everywhere. There are 2 ways to use a kindness snippet jar. Look at that. Every time you notice a child doing something kind, write it on a snippet or an adult, and they add it to the jar. Once the jar is full, everyone who contributed can receive a special award. Print kindness cards. Oh, she has a kindness available on dianealber.com, and place them in a jar. Have each child choose a card and prompt kindness throughout the day. What a delightful thing to do in a classroom. Oh, that I bet Gretchen would have loved doing it in her classroom. Well, now, I think that just about gets me back to the window I want to be at, which is here with the scenes, and will take me to here. There we go. Look at that. We've made it farther than I thought we had, and I need to find those comments again, what everybody's saying. There we go. What is the name of this book? This is the Kindness Snippet Jar. Which one? Let's see. The books tonight have been, let me look. I'll put you on preview mode and I'll go back and look and see if I can find them in my list. Oops. The books tonight have been Ozzy and the Prickly Huggles. That was the first one. The Secret Life of Leprechauns was the second one. Love from the Crayons was the third one. And the last one was called The Kindness Snippet Jar. And that's in Kindle Unlimited, actually, if you have that Kindle thing. And so was The Secret Life of Leprechaun and Ozzy and the Prickly Huggles. Yes. Quite the fine thing. There we go. Yes. Now, close that up. Drop that down. There we go. Well, everyone, let's see if I can find what you're saying again. Lost my comments. There's a button I can just push and bring it up, but I never remember which button. Pushing all those, when I'm only here once a year, I don't remember all the buttons to push. Let's see. There we go. Love from the Crayons. There's somebody helping it out. There we go. Of course. I love the crayon. Those crayon books are delightful. They are so, there's so many of them now. The day the crayons quit, the day the crayons ran away, the day the crayons came home, all kinds of things. That stuff in school when I was a kid always fascinated me. Favorite creatures. Be kind to your web-fool friend, for a duck-billed platypus may be somebody's mother. Okay, Mr. Larry. Be kind to your web-footed friend, for a duck-billed platypus may be somebody's mother. Okay, sir. Quite interesting comment we have there. There we go. I'm glad you liked it. Go back and watch the readings you missed. You're welcome, Miss. It's a delight. You know, Sheila Leprechaun has to come here every once in a while. I'm glad you like the books. So now, my dear friends, I'm checking out what everybody says. It's a leper gnome. Yes, it's a leper gnome. I saw that. I thought it was delightful. I'm sure Miss Layla will be doing that. I'm going to stay just a few days because I know Layla is coming in over the weekend. And she and her mother are flying in tomorrow night. And they're staying. Her Annalena has to go to a friend's mom's funeral, and so she's flying in for that, and Layla's going to visit all of her cousins and friends and stuff that she's missing on these days, and then she gets to come out here on Monday, and she'll be staying with Gretchen for a few days, and then Gretchen is going to fly her back to Phoenix, because Layla didn't want to fly home alone, but she wanted to stay here, and she's not quite ready to be on a flight herself, and it's her spring break. So Gretchen's, Annalena and Philip are flying Gretchen down to Phoenix again to do the grandmother thing and take care of the kids for a few days. It's such a delight. But yes, so that'll be fun. It's a leper gnome. I'm glad you like. I hope you like the leper gnome. I think she's delightful. Let's see. Thank you, Miss. Wonderful show. I'll go back, and Angie's going to go back and watch what she missed. And Tamara had a good time. I'm glad you liked it. Oh, and so fun. All right, so everybody, take a listen here. And just a little bit. It is always such a delight to come and be with you once a year and come back. But I see you all the time in the show and when I watch. And I know that you bring such joy to Gretchen when you come and you to each other and you fill those buckets. Oh, there, I got to say it again. To fill those buckets. And it's just such a delight to know that there are wonderful people all around the world that can come together over the joy of books, and then not only that, make connections in other ways and really care and show that kindness for each other. So, as Gretchen always says, until next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you'll find it is if you go look in your mirror and you'll see that beauty looking right back at you. That is a guarantee from Mrs. Leprechaun. Until next time, everyone, take care and top of the morning to you, and have a happy, happy St. Patrick's Day, and I love each and every one of you. You're special. Go fill some buckets, 'cause you fill mine all the time.